Alright, I'm going to give it a go and make a little possum house. Now what I have is these hanging baskets with this sphagnum moss inside it. That's going to be their little bedding inside basically. I've got two of these. I've had a bit of a play with one already to see how we go with it. So basically so far I've got this basket, and I've gone through and cut 3 of these. I was going to cut around here and make a nice little round house entrance and all that sort of stuff, but then I thought, well, that's the strength, that bar there is the strength in the basket. These are all rigging sort of strength, so if you just cut 3 of these out, it's still got the strength in most of them around here. So what I've done is I've cut this one, cut through into here, and then I folded this one back, and that gives a little bit of a grip for them to be able to climb in there. And I've just bent it back and around with a little tail here. That tail clips in behind there, which gives it a little bit more support as they grab onto it. So it's going to be hanging basically that way, like that. They'll come up, climb up, go inside and sit in here, and the 2 of these are going to be together like that. Now I'm trying not to use any external parts, so I want to just use everything you get. So if you go buy 2 of these, I think they were $4 each, something like that, and just use the bits that you get with it. So of course you get the hanging chains. They have 3 on each. So I'm hoping to possibly use maybe 4, so I'll pinch one off the other basket, because you get one of these with each basket. And of course you get 2 of the mosses as well. So you'll be able to have 1 in the bottom, 1 in the top, and we just cut this bit out here and fold it around, so they've got a nice little entrance, hopefully anyway. So what I've begun doing is looking at the other chain. And I've taken all the links, and it's just a matter of grabbing hold of these with the pliers, pulling it back. I'll do one here, probably need some more of them anyway, we'll see. So I'm just getting to that link I want to get off. It won't come off because that's in the way. So I'll just get hold of here, pull it open just a little bit, and then that next link just comes off. Pretty simple. Now what I'm thinking of doing is opening that hook there up a little bit. None of this metal is very strong, so it's quite easy to work with, and that'll give us a 4th chain with a hook and everything on it to go onto this one, which I may not even have to open. No, I will have to open that a little bit. And if we hook that one on there, then we have 4 anchor points. So hopefully we can do a bit more of a balancing act, and it's a bit stronger for the possums to be in. So I've got this so far. What I was thinking of doing is putting them on so they match together like that. Looks a bit like a Death Star. And then get each link. I'll just take this one off. So the links are just one piece of wire bent around like that. So if you put through the middle, through there like that, that clips it onto this one. But if we actually do it the right way around, maybe clip it straight on like that, that lets it hang on there, and then put it through this one here, push it past that one, and hopefully you may need to do a little bit of adjusting of these to get them wide enough to go over that big bar. over that one, like that, and then clamp them back down again on the other side. Okay. Now, even if it does happen to get past that, it's still going to go and latch onto there and hang together. Still going to be plenty of support there, because I'm not just going to have one, I'm going to have them on every one of these ribs that are out here, or squish that one back down again, like that. So I'm hoping that they're made reasonably well so you can get a lot of them around. So I'll go around to this one here. So I did that way, so I'm going to do this one the opposite way. Like that, so it hangs onto that one. Then a bit fiddly. And then clamp that one down over there. Starting to look pretty strong already, even if they do pull out a little bit. I mean, realistically, you can actually bend them right the way around if you really wanted to. Like so. Then I'm wondering whether or not I should get the spagman in there first, or will they fit inside there as well? Let's have a look. I think it's going to be pretty easy to get that in there like that. Yeah. And I'll shove the other one in on the top there, upside down. Oh, that is the top, sorry. Leave the bottom one. Like that. Poke it right down in there. Get it right down in there. I'll probably trim that up a little bit. Give them a nice little spot to get in. Let's see if we can get this one in as well. And then I'll go around and... I thought this might get in the way of the clips. I can get it in there and poke it around. I think we'll be fine. That's Pac-Man. So the top one, I've got the top one just coming down around the outside, so the bottom one's actually tucked up underneath it. So I guess if anything comes, it's going to fall down around it. And then once I've poked it all around and trimmed this up, this will be their little opening to get in and out of, so they can hide inside there. So we'll see how we go. That's all closed up there, so it's about where it needs to be. Put that one in there. Put that one in there. Yeah, look at that. And then we'll open that up, and that'll be the little opening. So that's going to be the little possum house. So the rest of it is a matter of getting these ones on. So we'll just go around and poke these on and give them a latch up. I'm going to get them on as many of them as I can so it's nice and secure. The more there is. Oh wow, that's very strong. Very, very strong. Poke that down inside there. Now, I guess once that's all settled down in there, that's going to be the opening there for them to get in and out. I'll just give that a bit of a trim. Some rather blunt scissors, I guess. I would have sharp ones. If we sort of, I'm not going to trim it right at the edge because I want to sort of do a bit of a wrap just down there like that. Maybe a bit deeper with that one. One here. Similar sort of thing. I suppose I could always just tuck it up in there. Oh, there we go. If I do cut through that, through the middle, and then we tuck it up, that can come over the top of that one, in through there like that, and that'll hold that. So I might do that down the bottom here as well. Down through the bottom. That means I probably will have to take that one further there. Just take them out towards that corner. Like that. Poke them down. Under there. Come through a bit. Find a way of clipping them onto there, I guess. Just leave it really, they can push their way in and out. Right, so now we need to be able to hang it, and I reckon it needs to be hung by 4 ways. So definitely I'm thinking it needs to be hung by these beams here. It really could just be done with a couple on there. So if we took 2 of these, if we had a front and a back one, I'm thinking one on there and one on this one. Just to stop it from falling around, and then I might put one on there and one on there. So if we clip that one onto there, this is going to be the actual main support, so through both of them, so it's in, it can't go anywhere. And the other one, I'll do the same to it, on this side here, through that one and that one. So now it's supported there. Grab that up to there. Oh look, they're going to be the same length anyway. Huh! Oh, not quite. I might have to go one link. I'll just drop one link off and put the next one on. Get that one out of the way. The good thing about these chains is you just adjust them as you need them, I think. And do the same to this one. That's going to give us a main support, and if they happen to tip that way or tip that way, that's going to give us the other support. I could try and mess around and get these to go perfectly, but I think it's quite a nice little home inside there. It hangs quite easily. Everything's inside there. All they need to do is find their way in there, really. Wouldn't mind, might just go around and do a bit of tidy up on this, so that actually holds it steady like there. What I might do is I'll do maybe a stitch through that. Just trying to use everything that I can that's with these baskets already, so I haven't really got any other ideas at the moment in my head. That's not too bad, that bit. Poke these ones through there like that, that holds them out of the way. Or sort of tucked in there so it stays warm. I think they'll find their way in and out of that quite easily, really. So that's my little take. If I do any mods, I might upload some pictures to it. I'll just tidy up these bit of a tangle mess up here that I've made. They're all hanging quite nicely. I think I didn't actually make a mess. That was just, no, it's just flipped around. There you go. Get that back down on there. There we go. That's better. There. Yeah, so if they happen to tilt backwards or forwards, that's as far as it's going to tilt. Either way, can't go left or right, and then it's just going to be hung like that. I have to find it. I know where they come in and out of my property already, so I'm just going to hang it up there, and hopefully they find their way into it, because it's pretty cool. Okay, so there it is in all its glory. I have actually shortened the chains a little bit up there and tidied them up so that they sit nice. So they've still got the strength on the main bars, and these ones are just to stop it from rocking backwards and forwards. And There's the opening there, which they can find in quite easily. And I've actually set it so that this one sits quite nicely in with all the actual branches and all that sort of stuff, because this is the tree where they come in and they climb up there and then they go up into the roof cavity up there. So I have had a look the other day and I couldn't see my possum anywhere, but if you look, I'll see if I can get in on there. There is a bunch of leaves just in the back over there. He's been sort of staying in there while it's been really hot. So I've been a bit worried about him, because he can't stay up inside the roof, because inside the roof he's all the way down the other end there, and it's just a sheet of tin on either side of him. So when it gets really hot, the poor thing bakes in there basically. So he comes out, and I've got a little water trough sitting there which hopefully he uses. Never get to see him really do much bar sleep in that little area over there. I can't see him in there at the moment, so I'm hoping he's alright. But I did have a possum box which is sitting there. That was mounted on that post there, but it was just a bit out of reach, a bit hard to get to, and as people say, they're a little bit too human rather than this one here, which, being the sphagnum moss and all that sort of stuff, he can sort of get in there and curl up and have a bit of a nice time in there. And the idea was to keep it as much underneath there out of the rain. The rain normally comes from that way, so it's going to have a bit of a time getting in to there. So that's my take on the possum house. Let's see if it eventuates to having my possum back in there and possibly some babies. That'd be cool.